Righto boys, back with another one, back outside. This beautiful little spot of mine today. And obviously if you clicked on it, you've seen the title. I want to start out by saying this is the second video I'm making about Hamza. I didn't want to make a second one. I wanted to make the first one I made, leave it at that. You know, I don't want to make this channel all about him. I don't want to make it like hating on him or anything. I don't want to be like seen to be using him for views or whatnot. I mean, my last one on him isn't even close to my most viewed, so like, you can't say I'm doing it for that, but I think it is important to say what I want to say here. And it is, boys, I think Hamza's a simp. I'm sorry to inform you boys, but I think Hamza is a simp. Now, I don't mean like in the typical way, like that a lot of people are like, oh, if you show any affection to a woman at all, you're a simp. No, I agree. Hamza says that the red pill alpha male sort of people who talk about that stuff, he says that they're wrong. I completely agree with that. People who go that over the top, yeah, they're wrong. Now, you can be a simp if you go too far with it, like if you're waiting on the little girl's every need and your whole life becomes about them and they're everything. Yeah, you can easily get to simp level. Trust me, mate, I've been there, and we'll be having a lot of videos and discussions about that in the future. But the video we're talking about today of Hamza's is he's the one he did recently about green flags that women like to see in men. Oh, hang on, boys, got a bike behind us. Oh, it's all good. Anyway, yeah. So he was doing a video, green flags that women like to see in men, and he got, if you haven't seen it, I imagine you have, but he got female friends of his to, you know, they sent him voice notes, and he played it, and he asked them what green flags they like to see. And in that video he said, like, one of them was people who are able to show their genuine affection, that they actually care. And then he said, oh yeah, people who say it's being a simp to show you actually care for someone you're in a relationship with or you like. That's stupid. I agree. That is stupid. You're not a simp if you just show that you like someone. I completely agree with that. The problem is though, something that a lot of guys say online that I do agree with is that in a relationship with women and whatnot, you got to show that you're on your purpose. You got to show that you can't be pushed off center. You got to stick to something. You say you're going to do it, do it. Stand by what you believe in, what you say. Practice what you preach, essentially. Which is why I'm disappointed in Hamza and why I have labelled him a simp, because one of the women who was speaking about what they like to see in men and talking, right, all sounded good, and they added another one, and their audio, it said someone who likes the Marvel universe, not just someone who knows about the MCU movies that are coming out, someone who knows like when they're there, what the multiverse is. Me? I have no problem with that. The Marvel movies are sick, mate. Don't get me wrong, the Marvel movies are sick. I'm going to be seeing Doctor Strange pretty soon. But for Hamza, who's always talking about, oh, you can't watch any movies, you can't watch any TV shows, no instant gratification at all. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I am trying to work to get towards that. But he's already there, and he constantly goes on about how he never watches movies and whatnot. And yet, when this woman, this friend of his, said that the green flag was to be like fully invested in all the Marvel shows, all the Marvel movies and whatnot, he didn't say anything. He just went, oh, she said Marvel, but she's pretty much just saying having a common interest. So what he's done, he's pretty much tried to change it slightly. And yeah, it is having a common interest, but that's not what she said. She said Marvel and movies and stuff. He didn't say, oh, but that's instant gratification, don't listen to that one. You can have a common interest, but don't do the Marvel movies. He just tried to make an excuse, essentially, for it, to say, oh, it's just common interest, that's what she was saying. She said something that completely disagrees with everything that Hamza's about. Her green flag was a whole bunch of instant gratification. And what he did, he didn't say, oh no, that's a bad one, or he didn't call her out on it or anything. He went, oh no, she's just saying it's about having a similar interest, that's fine. So I think, in that way, Hamza is a simp. Not so much a simp, that's more just a title. But in a way he kind of is, because if that was a random dude he'd met at the gym, and they said that, he would have been like, mate, you gotta get on your purpose, you can't be spending time on instant gratification. He didn't say that to her. He didn't say that to all the boys watching his video when she said it to them. No, he tried to fit what she was saying into it, tried to twist it. He was coping, essentially, a term that's being used a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he didn't stick to his morals, his guns. He wasn't like, nah, this is what I'm saying. I'm going to stick with that because it's what I believe in. He kind of just allowed her to say it. It was like, oh, yeah, it's okay. He kind of brushed over it. I don't think that showed any strength. So in that way, he lacked the strength there to stick to what he believes in, and it was because it was a woman who he was friends with. That's what I think. But in that way, Hamza's a simp. Now, I'm not saying don't ever watch a Marvel movie again. I mean, we're not all god tier, like never doing instant gratification, but he is. So for him to just let that slide, I think that shows a certain weakness. And he's not a simp in terms of he just shows affection for a girl. That's fine. Go for that. If you watch Marvel movies, go for it. But if you're just going to let a girl say something that completely contradicts what you believe in, and you just let it slide, and you even try and make it fit in, you try and give an excuse to it, that's simping, my friend. So yeah, hopefully that's the last one on Hamza. Who knows? But we'll see.